Welcome to the Paywall Podcast, where we discuss paywalls and paywall strategies for news and magazine publishers. This episode of the Paywall Podcast is brought to you by Leaky Paywall. Leaky Paywall is the most flexible WordPress subscription platform. Find out more at leakypaywall.com. And now for today's episode.
Okay. This particular episode is an output of one of my pet peeves, and that's seeing publisher after publisher essentially vomit features to the potential subscriber versus focusing in on the benefits to the subscriber on all their touch points on the website. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to show you a very quick way using AI to take all the feature language that you have on the important parts of your website and convert it into benefits language, which is how to benefit the reader if they become a subscriber. So it's a conversion. This is a how to convert more subscribers with benefits language. And I'm going to show you how to use AI to literally in seconds output benefits copy. So if you stay to the end of this podcast, I'm going to show you what's going to be on the YouTube channel. So if you're listening, you're going to have to go there and look at it. But I'm going to show you exactly how to do it step by step. And it's unbelievable. You will just absolutely be blown away by how you can take the language you currently have on your website, pop it into an AI tool, and then it will spit out beautiful copy. Now, let me back up a little bit. So back to the problem. So when I look at, and we're going to pick on the Boca Raton Tribune here. And this is a pretty classic example of a website that has features on it, but not benefits. And the features that I see across the board, Tyler, you probably see this as well, are things like, okay, I get to some subscribe landing page with some copy. And what do I see? I see something like, get access to our 10,000 article archive. Or for news, we have decades of experience, or get full access, or get our premium newsletter, or get our afternoon edition, or get our print edition, or early delivery. And these are great features. Don't get me wrong. These are important features. But how do these features actually impact your paid subscriber? Like, how does it make their life better? And that's the benefit for the reader turning into a subscriber. How do you make their life better? How do you make that subscriber the hero in your story? Does that make sense? Am I making sense?
Makes sense.
Yeah. So what I want to do is just point you to a resource. It's actually a book by Donald Miller. It's called StoryBrand. And I'm on the storybrand.com website here. And what I recommend is to get the book. Just go to Amazon and grab that book. I've read it. We did a whole rebrand ourselves. And basically the premise here is that in every organization's brand, you have products or services to sell, and you have a villain to conquer to help your customers. And so in the publishing world, subscribers, you have the mission of helping your subscribers conquer the villain. And so just as an example, so for news, one of the villains could be misinformation, right? There's just a lot of misinformation out there. And one of the missions of let's say a news site could be to basically get accurate reporting, make sure that readers know what the real deal is to cut through that misinformation. Now, I know that's a hot political topic, but that's just one example, right? So how do you, if that reader becomes a paid subscriber, you're going to help that paid subscriber cut through the misinformation and whatever, and that's going to help their lives in X, Y, and Z ways. Does that make sense? I know I'm getting pretty philosophical here. but this book will walk you through how to build a brand for your publication. It's an amazing journey. I read audiobooks, I listen to audiobooks and I read them, but that's my way. Get the audiobook or read the physical book, whatever. I absolutely recommend this book. It'll give you a framework for it. Making the reader the hero. And this is where the benefits come into play. I'm going to go back to Boca Raton and let's look at an example. If I hit the subscribe button on their site, I'm going to pull up their subscription landing page here.
I'm going to pick on that
And-
subscribe button too, by the way, really quick.
Yeah.
Make that my account, not also red button.
Yeah. Good point.
Just
Right.
blatantly on my radar there. If you're listening to this, they have two red buttons that look exactly the same for my account and subscribe, and they're right next to each other. Try to make your my account button less prominent. Anyway, continue.
Just a text link.
Yep.
We are talking about touch points here.
Yep.
There are really 4 major touch points that I'm going to cover. What we're looking at here is the subscription landing page. And what do we see on here? Okay, we see a promotion, first 2 months for the price of one. Okay, that's fine. Act now for unlimited access feature. Okay, I get unlimited access. Let's see, I get 24/7 access to the website feature. Let's see, unlimited access to all our archives since 2010 feature. Let's see, the e-newspaper, a digital replica of the newspaper feature. Daily newspaper feature. See where I'm going here?
Mhm.
These are good. As a potential subscriber, this is good, but we want great. We want compelling. We want to help that subscriber conquer the villain of misinformation or be more connected or feel like they're part of the community. There's benefits here, and I'm going to show you in a second how this plays out. Okay. The touch points, the 4 touch points that I want to do, this is a bit of a homework for you who are listening, is look at your subscription landing page, which is the page we're looking at right now. Look at your free registration, which we'll look at in a second. Look at your upgrade message. So once somebody's registered on the site for free, and then they get hit with the upgrade message. And also look at your free email newsletter to get this benefits copy into. Those are the 4, I'd say, most critical areas. Did I miss anything?
Yeah, that's it.
I think those are pretty good.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. How do we quickly change the game here for Boca Raton? All right. So I'm going to hop into Chat GPT. If you don't have, and by the way, you have to use the paid version. It's $20 a month. What I recommend is if you haven't used it, just sign up. It'll be the best $20 you ever spent. And you can cancel afterwards, and that's fine. Or if you have a friend who has it, just borrow it. But here we are, ChatGPT. And what you're going to do is you're going to find an app. It's called Benefits Copywriter. All right. And how do you do it? Basically, you click on this Explore GPTs button and you go to it's like the app store for AI, for ChatGPT. And you can find all sorts of stuff in here, recipes. And this is some sort of PDF generator. And they got writing assistance, productivity assistance, education, lifestyle, programming. And you're just going to type in the words benefits copywriter into the search, and that'll bring it up. And then what you'll do is you'll pin it. Now mine's already pinned here, but there's somewhere in here is a message to essentially pin to the sidebar. So it's there just waiting for you. And then it shows up here and you can see benefits copywriter is an app. So what I'm going to do is I just hop over here into the app, and I've already done a little bit of work here. What did I do? I went to the Boca Raton about page. And one thing I've noticed about publications is that generally have pretty good about pages. Like there's a lot of information on If you look at your own about page, I'm going to guess that there's probably some good historical information and who you are and what you do, mission, maybe some mission information. All this stuff is the core of who you are. And we just need to basically translate this core into benefits. And I know this is going to look crazy, but what I did was, what you're going to do is you're going to copy all the text on your about page. And in this case, it's a number of paragraphs. Copy that in, and you go into the benefits copywriter and you write a prompt, which is essentially telling the AI what to do. And you can just copy this. Please write up the benefits of subscribing to the, in this case, Boca Raton Tribune. It's going to be your name of your publication. And you're going to paste the About Us copy into this. Okay. And so I did that, and check out the output. Here's the output. Here's a detailed breakdown of the benefits of subscribing to the Boca Raton Tribune based on the features. And you'll get a table. It's got 3 columns, right? So what the AI does is it pulls out the features, it extrapolates a benefit, second column, and then gives you a dimensional benefit, which is a pretty fancy word I've never heard before. It's interesting in that this is what really it gives you the benefit copy that you can use to write up, to edit your website. So just look at the first one. So the feature is longest running print newspaper in Boca Raton. Okay. So that's something straight out of right off the About Us page. What's the benefit to the reader? Gain deep insights and perspectives from a publication that has been a trusted part of the community for over a decade. Okay, that sounds pretty good. But what's the real personal benefit to that reader? That's the dimensional benefit. So that extrapolates to feel confident in the news you consume, knowing it comes from a source with over 400 editions worth of local experience and commitment. Feel confident. Let me point this out. What you're doing is your longest running print newspaper in Boca Raton translates into making the reader feel more confident about the news. See how that works? The feature is, yeah, we're the longest running print newspaper. But that doesn't do anything for the reader. It does, obviously, but you have to tell them what it does. And it's going to create confidence. They're going to feel confident in the news you consume. And grab this copy, edit it. You have to edit everything AI produces for sure. But this becomes a foundation for the language of what the actual benefit is. And then you can do some editing to suit your taste and style and brand. What do you think, Tyler?
I love it. It reminds me of like when you buy a car, you see all the features. You see the heated seats, you see the heated steering wheel, you see all these features, but what's the benefit of that, right? It's, I'm not going to freeze to death in the winter when I'm driving, or I can not have to go to the gas station because I have an electric car. Like these are all benefits oriented language that you see on virtually anything that you buy.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Let me see if there's maybe one more to pick on. So if you're listening, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 features I got picked out of that About Us page. Family owned and operated with local columnists, 100% community oriented news, leading source of hyper-local news, award-winning community service, correct election predictions for 6 consecutive municipal elections.
Whoa.
That's pretty interesting. Let's look at that one because that's pretty timely.
Yeah.
Correct election predictions for 6 consecutive municipal elections. This was pulled off the website directly. What's the first benefit? Trust in accurate and insightful political coverage that reflects the pulse of Boca Raton. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Trust. But what's the dimensional benefit? And there's that word again, dimensional benefit. Gain a deeper understanding of local politics, boosting your confidence in participating in the civic process.
Crazy. Yeah.
boosting your confidence. Now that's the benefit to your reader. You're helping them boost their confidence. So you're going from feature, hey, we're great at predicting elections. That's nice. But the benefit is deeper understanding for the reader and boosting their confidence when they participate. Right? Am I the only one like completely blown away by this? This is so easy and works so well. And I got to say, just in general, from using AI is really good at copywriting. It does a very good job. You got to edit, of course, but it can crank something out that's maybe 80% there. And then you go in and you edit it and you fine tune it. Save you a ton of time. I know there's a lot of concern about AI, and I can't speak to the future dark side of it if there is one, but I can speak to the usefulness of it as a tool right now. Okay, so I'm not going to go through all these. One more step here. So we got all these things here, and we have touch points to deal with, right? So let's actually just hop over to a touch point. And oh yeah, so first touch point, free registration. Just going to mention this because it's so important, even though we talk about it all the time. I'm going to go hit an article. Come on. All right, there we go. And I'm going to click in. And okay, grinding away here. And we get some sort of audio message here. That's odd. Okay. Oh, okay. The free registration. I wouldn't sweat that one too much. That one's all about get access to this story, get this article now, get this story now, and then get our newsletter. Those are really the only 2 points on the free registration front. Let's just, I know that I have.
Yeah. And in that case, the reader knows the benefit quite clearly. They're going to get this information. They're going to be informed about, in the case, the Rotary International Club or whatever.
Yeah. Let me just do a quick incognito here, just because I'm already logged in. That's what you're getting. That. All right. So here it is. This particular touch point, when you're collecting you're forcing the email and registration and the free registration flow. If you don't have a free registration flow, we have a lot of content about it. Bottom line is give away an article, maybe 2 at the most for free. Require this free registration. That'll build your email list 20% or more. It's amazing how it works. You'll get higher quality readers logged into your site, which gives you some benefits on tracking what articles are converting. But the point here, the motivation is I'm going to read this next story. You can do it. It's free. The story is free for you. Create a free account and then get the newsletter. That's it. Keep it simple. Benefit is access to the article. Okay. So that's the free registration. Just got to cover that because we got to cover the free registration. It's so important.
Yeah.
Okay. So then the next touch point is the upgrade message, right? Okay. So here I'm logged into Boca Raton and I have read my free articles and now I'm stopped and I get the upgrade message. So here's a touch point, super important. The message here is you must upgrade your account to read the rest of the content. Okay. Not much compelling copy here. So what do we do? All right. So let's go back to our friend ChatGPT. And then here's something else for you to copy. So you have this table, right? And you have this sort of these dimensional benefits that you can copy. But how do you insert this stuff into their subscription tag and into your landing page, your subscription landing page, which we'll talk about. So what you do is you give ChatGPT another prompt, okay? And you can just copy this. So using all the dimensional benefits, write up a compact sales paragraph with a 1 or 2 sentence intro and bullet points. So you want to make something that you can fit onto your subscription landing page and something that you can fit onto your subscription nag when they see it. So what does ChatGPT do with the benefits copywriter? It kicks out subscribing to the Boca Raton Tribune helps or keeps you informed, connected, and engaged with everything happening in your community. Here's what you'll get as a subscriber. And then let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bullet points. Confidence in the news you consume with over 400 editions worth of local experience and commitment to Boca Raton. I'm not going to read them all. You can take a look at them if you're watching this. But the point is you can literally grab this and paste this on into both your subscription landing page and your subscription nag. So here what I would do, of course, is probably, pare this down a bit. You probably want to edit this down. Maybe there's sort of 4 major bullet points of information that are really strike home with your reader. And then you can, of course, edit the little intro sentence. I know you guys are good at editing, so I won't belabor that, but literally just take that and add it to this subscription nag here. And you have a much more compelling reason to subscribe it. And use a button that says subscribe or join or membership or whatever you call it, because we love to click on buttons. So you got to have the button. Okay. And then this also applies to the subscribe page. So now you can use that nice long list, and what I would do, you could have it up top. You could also make this box sort of half width on the screen, and you could have for desktop, you could have the copy along side, but use this copy. This is how you are making your reader the hero in the community. You're making their lives better. This is how you do it. How does your publication make the life of your reader better? So, one other touch point, email newsletter. Not going to show it, but in your free newsletter, the purpose of the free newsletter is to promote upgrading to a paid subscription or membership. That's it. That's really the purpose of your free newsletter. Yeah, yes, it's a benefit to your readers because they get to see the highlights of what you cover. But for you as a publisher, your purpose is to get people to upgrade. So you can use this format for the copy, intro, sentence, and bullet points. I would say in the bottom of your free newsletter. So it's always there in a nice block with a button that says join or membership or subscribe. And you got your major touch points covered here. Subscription landing page. We talked about the free registration. That's simple. The upgrade message in the upgrade nag when on the website, and in your free newsletter at the bottom of the newsletter. That's it, Tyler. What do you think?
I love it. It's great. Simple.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll, maybe this will get your feet wet with ChatGPT. It's a good reason to jump in and use it. And it'll save you a ton of time. You can kick this out, just copy that about us text into the benefits copywriter. And then you go in and grab the copy and just start peppering it around all of these touch points that we talked about, and watch your conversions change. You'll go from either having very few features or a lot of features to having how you make your life. How does this benefit me as the reader? Why should I subscribe? And you're not alone. Most 99%, 95% of publications we look at, even some of the big ones, are cranking out features and not really focusing on how it benefits the reader. That's it for now. If you have questions or you want us to take a look at your website and you're a customer, just reach out and we'll do it. Help you out. Till next time. See you, Tyler.
See ya.
So if you want our help in actually developing benefits copy for all your touch points and have us install it across your website, just get in touch and let's talk about how to do that. It'll help convert subscriptions.
Thanks for listening to the Paywall Podcast. If you'd like to get in touch to discuss subscription strategy, go to leakypaywall.com. See you next time.